Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cullen Hockey Center, the Dennis Bushy Rink, named after famed former rink manager, although you can't even call him former. He beat the rest of us to the arena this morning, Mr. Dennis Bushy. And we got a treat on tap for you today, folks. A quarterfinal matchup here at the 2022 Battle for the Blue Ox in their home all-white uniforms. They always bring it when it comes to uniforms. White Bear Lake. And to your right, wearing black and Vegas gold with a little bit of white, the Andover Huskies. Both teams enter this game 1-0. Andover defeated Bloomington Jefferson 4-3 last night. Chase Foy, the leading scorer for Andover, with a pair of assists. White Bear Lake defeated Hermantown 5-4. The Bears down 4-1 with 12 minutes to play in the third period, storming back with 4 goals. The leading scorers for the Bears, number 9, Boomer DeMars with 3 assists. Number 7, Marcus Matthias, I got that one. Matthias with 2 goals and 3 points. And number 16, Ryland DeMars with a pair of goals. Right off the bat, it's Andover muscling the puck in. Here's a centering pass in front. Big save by White Bear Lake's Riley Helmberger, the starting netminder. And a shot ahead, trickles wide, and Bears will attempt to clear. Matthias banks it off the wall. It'll go all the way down. The starters for today's game, who are now getting off the ice, Riley Helmberger in goal for White Bear Lake, and Cash Cruitt in goal for Andover. Ryan Marquardt, Marcus Matthias, Boomer DeMars, Maverick Timmons, and Tanner Olson rounding out the starters for White Bear Lake. For Andover, Owen Lutkin, Chase Nadeau, Brody Peterson, Keaton Coe, Nolan Fitzhenry make up the starting 5. Andover back to work in the White Bear Lake zone. Puck goes off a White Bear Lake stick and into the black netting, so it will stay in the White Bear Lake end. Taking the face-off for Andover will be number 9, Chase Foy. Going up against Ryland DeMars, the two teams' leading scorers, meeting in the face-off circle in the White Bear Lake zone. It's a chance from the line. Long shot by Cooper Johansson. Goes off the backside of a White Bear Lake player, and the Bears will carry it out. Off the wall, Andover trying to clear their own zone. 2 Huskies knock DeMars into the boards. DeMars so strong on the stick. Gets it back to a defender. That's Carson Ritchie. Ritchie can't hold his own, so it's tapped ahead for Reimer. Reimer chasing down White Bear Lake's Gavin Venaruzzo. Venaruzzo will skate it himself. A long pass intercepted. Here's a chance for Andover. Oh, a shot attempt. I think that was Colin Gravink. Fans on the shot. Gravink hesitates, tosses it into the middle. It's stopped by Hartman, who gave it to Cade Dorstad. Dorstad tries a shot. It's blocked. Now here come the Bears. Pass just out of reach for Teddy St. Martin. Here's a scoring chance. Maverick Timmons scooping up the puck. St. Martin couldn't get, firing a shot. It just misses Cash Cruitt's glove and goes into the white netting above the net. Stoppage of play. We'll have the face-off outside the zone. Puck down. Bears go D to D to the red line. That's dumped in. Rung around the glass. Andover exits the zone. Move to move. The Bears will enter. St. Martin. He's got Timmons in the middle. And Kylan Road on the other side. Here's a 3-on-2 for Andover if they hurry. They opt to dump it in. That's Dorstad. Dorstad dumps it in. Try and get the puck to Hartman on the entry. Timmons all alone for White Bear, cutting into the middle. Puck scooped away by Lutkin. Lutkin off the wall. Fitzhenry couldn't handle it. So it's dumped right back in by Tanner Olson. Back underway, puck coming out of the zone. White Bear Lake will have to regroup. Tanner Olson zips the puck up to Boomer DeMars, who dumps it in. DeMars, one of the rare 2009 birth year players in this tournament. Although on the White Bear Lake roster there are 4 of those such players. As soon as I try to make a point about the rarity of a 2009 born skater playing at the Bantam AA level, White Bear Lake says, oh yeah, you're a 4. Neither team putting together a particularly long offensive possession or a scoring chance. A lot of dump and chase, not a lot of chase and get. Puck rolling around behind the White Bear Lake net, pinching down was Cooper Johansson. The centering pass sticked away by Helmberger. It's a long shot. Helmberger stops it with his chest and hangs on. Centering ahead, stopped again by Helmberger. There's a loose puck in front. Finally, somebody scoops it up. Cam Autry carries it ahead for White Bear. He tries to drop it to DeMars and it ends up on the stick of the Andover Huskies. Carrying it out is Foy. Foy to the line. No, excuse me, that's grabbing. Sorry, the 8 looked like a 9. He dumps it in. Three Huskies along the board, along with 3 Bears, and the Bears come out with it. Ryland DeMars gives it to Autry. Autry dumps it in. DeMars tries to give it back to Autry. He now clear. Long pass ahead. Off the stick of Cade Reimer, and it comes right back out into the neutral zone. Two teams bumping into each other. Not much forward progress. Centering try, very close chance. Dylan Larson in the slot trying for a one-timer. The puck goes right under his stick. Now Andover will give this another shot. Long pass. They will be a step offside. Puck down in the Andover zone. Timmons managed to get it off to the wing. That was Kylan Rode. Now Rode knocked into the boards. He's a Rode. He can handle that. Timmons up to the point. Long shot off the shin pad of Andover's Dorstad. Gonna chalk that up to a block shot for Cade Dorstad. White Bear Lake starting to get comfortable in the offensive zone right before it's cleared by the Huskies. Putting on the brakes and turning it up ice is Nate Selski. Selski off the wall, nobody home. He'll get all the way down for an icing. So 9:12 to go in the first period. We are scoreless, Bears and Huskies. Play resumes. Long pass. Nice play by Andover's Cooper Johansson to get a stick on that one. Otherwise, White Bear Lake forward might have been long gone. Olson stops. Thinks better about a cross-ice pass. He's looking for Boomer DeMars up the middle. DeMars can't get his stick down in time to catch the puck. Face off down in the White Bear Lake zone. A long shot from the point by Andover. Puck knuckles its way wide. Settled, retreating is Ryan Marquardt. Marquardt to DeMars. DeMars into the middle for Olsen. Olsen skates it ahead. He's at the blue line. He's offsides. Stopped behind the net by Cruitt. Cruitt tosses it ahead. It went into the netting. The referee didn't see it that way. No blood, no foul. Puck now into the White Bear Lake end at the blue line. Sent ahead by Kyle Leopold. Puck didn't get nearly far enough. Walking into the Andover end is White Bear Lake. Pinching down, Carson Ritchie. Somebody takes his place along the blue line. That'll be Maverick Timmons. Out the top of the circle, Timmons dropping down to that back door, hoping for a pass from Gavin Veneruzzo. Veneruzzo didn't see it right away. Huskies pick up the puck in their own zone. They dump it right back into the White Bear Lake end. Zach By fires it all the way up to St. Martin. St. Martin to Rylan DeMars. He'll dazzle you. Gives it to By. By shooting too high. That's not By. That's Teddy St. Martin. My sincerest apologies to Teddy's family. I don't know why By's name popped into my head. St. Martin taking the draw. He wins it to DeMars. DeMars gives it to Selski. Selski to St. Martin. St. Martin and DeMars. Worked out by St. Martin. St. Martin on the backhand. Tried to drop it to DeMars. Nobody home. An Andover player falls over. It's Colin Gravink. I believe he's the younger brother of Logan Gravink, a state champion on last year's Andover High School team. A little 2-on-2 battle down below the dots. The Bears finally send one more forward down to try and fish the puck out. They can't do it. Off the wall to the D, intercepted by St. Martin. St. Martin will carry it ahead. Here's a chance for the Bears. In across, loose, in front, still loose, no whistle, and there it goes. 6:12 to go in the first period. White Bear Lake's Kylan Road on the doorstep. Off is down. White Bear Lake's Maverick Timmons nearly winning it to himself, but Huskies managed to clear. Nolan Fitzhenry goes down, and we'll have our first penalty of the game. White Bear Lake's Tanner Olsen will sit 2 minutes for tripping, and Andover will go on the power play. You can see some of the Rogers players taping sticks, getting ready for their game. Rogers will be featured in another quarterfinal. They will play Wayzata. Wayzata, the lone team to make it to the quarterfinal round out of the play-in teams. Trojans defeating Minnetonka last night in the Sweet 16, punching their ticket to the Elite Eight. There's a shot and glove saved by Riley Helmberger. It looks like a player from Rogers, Hauser, taking some serious time with his stick. He's got the scissors out and everything. He's working the tip of his blade like a surgeon. Shot from the point, that trickles wide. by Cooper Johansson, who's had a good defensive game so far. Let's see if he can put one on the board from the blue line for the Huskies and balance out that offensive and defensive production. Johansson from the blue line slides it over, trying for a one-timer with Owen Lutgen. Lutgen whiffed on the shot. Will be gathered up by Fitzhenry off the half wall. Fitzhenry, a first-year bantam. A sensational peewee last season for the Huskies, a goal-scoring machine. Still adjusting to the speed, the physicality of bantam hockey as any player would. Centering pass, and Foy can't get it out of his skates. It's Foy turning the puck up ice. He drops it to Keaton Coe. Coe shoots. Helmberger, ever the smooth operator with the glove. 4:46 to go in the first period, 42 seconds to go in the Andover power play. Centering pass, a stick lift executed by Veneruzzo. The Andover forward unable to get his blade on the biscuit. A long clearance, that'll be icing. We will have a Zamboni break after the first period. We cut the ice every 2 periods here at the Blue Ox. White Bear Lake skater goes down. Here's a chance for Andover. So close. Battling away at the puck. Helmberger sweeps it away. Another shot. It's topped and held onto by Helmberger. Cade Reimer gives a Bear 1-4 in the back of the knee. He's lucky the official didn't see that. An interesting juxtaposition between programs here. Andover, the 2022 Class 2A Boys High School State Champion. White Bear Lake, I don't believe has been considered a statewide power the way they were 20 years ago in the early 2000s. White Bear Lake reigned as one of the preeminent programs in Minnesota, and now that mantle has since been passed to farther outer ring suburbs or even exurbs. And in that same vein, the coaching staff. The coaching staff at White Bear Lake, head coach Scott Hambley, assistants Mike Kaup, Scott Schaefer, Eric Ordall, and Bob Parento. They've been around a while. Scott Hambley, the District 2 co-director-in-chief. What's his official title? Coach-in-chief. Minnesota Hockey District 2 coach-in-chief Scott Hambley. He's been around this game since Moses was in short pants, whereas the Andover coaching staff, perpetually young. Jay Ekman, not quite sure if he's past his 30th birthday, but Ekman has been the Bantam AA head coach at Andover for 6 seasons. So a coaching staff where the average age might be 31 years old, and a coaching staff where the average age is, I don't even want to say what the average age might be. Experience on one bench, youth and vitality on another. And what a thrill for hockey fans to see these two programs going at it in Moorhead. As we get back to the action, Bears sweeping the puck in. DeMars going after it. Island DeMars, he's got Tyler Lalonde on one wing, and looks like the other one down there. Cam Autry on the other, so White Bear changing up the lines just a bit. 2:35 to go in the first period. Still looking for our first goal, and here it comes. Andover, backhand try, had a chance at it. Keaton Coe had a step on his man, and a nice defensive play by White Bear Lake to recover. Dorstad holds the line for Andover. Dorstad had what would end up being the winning goal last night for the Huskies. They hold off Bloomington Jefferson 4-3. Excellent pressure by White Bear Lake's Tyler Lalonde, poking that puck away and holding the offensive zone for the Bears. It's wrapped around once again. And it's loose in front. Nobody home on the back door for the Bears. Pinching down from his defensive position, Carson Ritchie. Comes to the half wall, and Andover will simply dump the puck all the way out. Will it get down for an icing? Yes, it will. The face-off will be in the Andover end. Taking the draw for the Huskies, number 20, Ben Hartman. Maverick Timmons, his adversary from White Bear Lake. We'll see if the Bears can take advantage of the fortuitous face-off position. Puck hung up in the skates right after the draw. It'll be the Bears in possession. Lalonde bodied into the wall by Cooper Johansson. The blue line, it can't be held in by the Bears. A little bit of stick fighting along the blue line. No call. Play continues. A long pass intercepted by the Huskies. Here's a chance for Andover at the top of the circle. Shooting, toe save by Helmberger. And here's another shot. That one goes off a stick and wobbles over the White Bear Lake net. Puck now hung up along the boards. We are in the final minute of play here in the first period. Maverick Timmons working his way through the neutral zone. Oh, Veneruzzo spinning in place. He flips it over to St. Martin. St. Martin ahead for Lalonde. Lalonde has it poked away. Now picked up by Zach By. He can fly. By can fly. When he gets rolling, By shooting. Big rebound. Nobody home for the Bears. And the Huskies will chip the puck into the neutral zone and dump it all the way down. That's Brody Peterson making the play. It's stopped behind the White Bear Lake net by Helmberger. Spinning away from trouble, but losing the puck in the process. I believe that was Zach By. It's stuck along the boards once again, and now into the neutral zone. Final 10 seconds of the period rolling off. Big hit by Tanner Olson. Now into the zone, no shots. Final seconds tick off. So through 15 minutes, we are scoreless. White Bear Lake and Andover. We will be back in about 15 minutes after a quick Zamboni. Don't go anywhere. We've got Blue Ox Hockey on YHH. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Cullen Hockey Center, we've got fresh ice and fresh-ish legs. Andover and White Bear Lake continue their quarterfinal matchup. White Bear Lake in the white uniforms, Andover in black. A bouncing puck in front. It's covered and held onto by Riley Helmberger, who has played very, very well to this point for the Bears. We wait for the face-off. Nice time to let the people in the area know that tonight's game between the Concordia Cobbers and the St. John's University Johnnies, men's Division III hockey game. For youth hockey players, if you show up in a youth jersey, you get in free. The Moorhead Sports Center, 7 p.m. Get in for free in your in your youth hockey jersey. Get in for free to see the Cobbers take on the Johnnies. So, an interesting but uneventful first period, if that makes sense at all. Lots of back and forth, but zero scoring. Not a ton of premium scoring opportunities, but these two teams will keep plugging away. As Ryland DeMars carries it ahead, flips it over to Cam Autry. Autry shoots, it's stick saved by Cruitt. Autry tries it again, goes off the side of the cage. Now rolling through is a long shot by Olsen, that goes wide. And working it down low, and now comes back to the blue line for the Bears. Shooting, blocker saved by Cash Cruitt. Another shot, that goes wide. Somebody put it on net. My goodness. The White Bear Lake coaches asking for a checking from behind call. They say it's happened twice and there hasn't been so much as a warning. And taking up for their players. Puck down in the Andover zone. You get the feeling that whoever gets on the board first might maintain control of this game as the Bears go tic-tac-toe. Couldn't finish off the toe. Reimer will dump it in for Andover. Chasing it down is Foy. Foy had 2 assists last night in the Huskies' 4-3 victory over the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguar Eagles. Kennedy Eagle logo still a part of the Bloomington ethos on the breezers of this year's Jefferson players. Long pass is intercepted. Andover offsides before anything can happen. The face-off just outside the White Bear Lake end. And a 2-on-1 chance for White Bear in front. Ryland DeMars on the backhand to Boomer DeMars, and then he centers it for Marcus Matthias, and Matthias sends it too high and wide. Oh, and finally a little offensive life. The Bears will leave that line out there hoping they can do it again. DeMars, and Matthias. This White Bear Lake coaching staff certainly not afraid to shake up their lines if they don't think something is working. Ryland DeMars taking the draw. He wins it to Matthias. Matthias from the dot. He shoots. It's gloved and held on to. Puck muscled into the neutral zone and pushed ahead by Andover's Ben Hartman. That'll be icing. 11:55 play in the second period. Blue line, long shot, blocked by Hartman. They cannot clear. Matthias again, he shoots. The save by Cruitt. Now DeMars. DeMars backhands it up to Bai. Bai shooting off the shoulder of Cruitt and into the black netting. White Bear Lake will make the change. This is the most time any team has spent in the offensive zone today. Face off down, it'll come into the blue line, into the blue line. Into the blue line, Bears will be offsides. We'll have a stoppage of play. We'll line up and we'll take another face-off. The winner of this game will get the winner of Stillwater and Grand Forks. That game being played out right now. I take that back. They will not play the winner of Stillwater and Grand Forks. It was a backhand try, saved by Cruitt. Bears inching ever closer. To getting a goal, and it looks like Andover's Brody Peterson took a hard hit into the boards. He will skate off, and our trainer will take a look at Brody. Now a 2-on-2 chance for Andover. Nolan Fitzhenry makes a move, trying to get around by, can't do it. 6 players all in the lower right quadrant of the White Bear Lake zone, freeing up a little bit of ice for the others. And Fitzhenry scores! Fitzhenry fights off a body check, whips a shot toward the White Bear Lake net and beats Helmberger on the ice. We've got our first goal. Nolan Fitzhenry puts Andover on the board. We'll find out from our man in the penalty box, Brad Soderberg, who gets the assist on those. See if Andover can capitalize on the momentum. Here's a chance. Shooting. Big save by Helmberger. That was Keaton Coe with a premium scoring opportunity. It's in front. They score! Andover again! While the first goal is being announced, Dylan Larson on the doorstep, and Andover extends its lead to 2-0 with 10:35 to go in the second period. Wow, so 37 seconds after taking a 1-0 lead, the lead is now 2-0. Now the Bears going back to work in front. Can't put it away. Maverick Timmons so close. The Bears going right back to work. Here's a chance. Held in at the line. Chipped ahead by White Bear Lake's Carson Ritchie. Doesn't get deep enough to scare the Huskies. It looks like we'll have a penalty, a 2-minute hooking call. We'll see who the guilty party is, but White Bear Lake will go on the power play, down 2 with 9:50 to play in the second period. It'll be number 9, Chase Foy, who will sit down and take a timeout. 2 minutes. The Bears will set up shop in the offensive zone. Selski along the blue line being pressured by Fitzhenry. Eventually the puck comes to Ryland DeMars, still being pressured by Fitzhenry. He gets it to Selski. Selski whips it across. Thought about it, didn't throw it ahead. DeMars shooting right into the shin pad of an Andover defender. Another shot, and it's blocked again. So back-to-back blocked shots keep the Bears off the board. A little miscommunication along the blue line. Bears unable to hold the zone. They'll regroup in the neutral. Ritchie getting it ahead. He's got Lalonde and DeMars with him. Ritchie to Selski on the blue line. Selski back to Ritchie. Ritchie down to DeMars. DeMars works his way forward. It comes to Ritchie. Ritchie winds and fires. That's blocked again. Another block shot for the Andover defense. And Fitzhenry says enough of this and clears it down all the way down. And that'll be icing. 46 seconds to go in the White Bear Lake power play. 8:37 to go in the second period. Tanner Olson slid the puck over to Ritchie. Ritchie unable to put it in. And now here's a chance for Andover. Hartman wins the race. He's at the dot. Hartman on the backhand, and Helmberger hangs on. Banked off the wall, deep into the White Bear zone. Ritchie tried to get it to Olson. Olson couldn't hang on to it. Pass a little too hot to handle. And a dangerous play centered across. Here's a shot by DeMars. Pruitt didn't know where it was. Fortunately for Cash, it ends up under his pads. Out of the face-off in the Andover zone to the right of Cash Pruitt. White Bear Lake going for a wholesale personnel change. Down 2-0, 13 seconds to go in this power play.
These covers are amazing. They're electric.
Ryland DeMars taking the draw for White Bear. Lalonde inching backwards. Lalonde can't get to the puck, and Andover will clear, but it'll be a penalty. The referee on the far side raises his hand. White Bear Lake will have a 5-on-3 power play chance for 9 seconds, and then they'll have 1:51 of a traditional 5-on-4. Ben Hartman will take 2 minutes for tripping. See what the Bears can do with a 2-man advantage. There's a shot by Selski, blocker saved by Pruitt. We're back to 5-on-4, as Foy stumbles out of the box in his excitement to get back into the game. The Bears working it around at the blue line. Selski down to DeMars. Puck slips under DeMars' stick. And along the boards to Selski. Selski all the way across to Autry. Autry in front, trying to hit DeMars on that back door. Selski stumbles and is unable to hold his own, so Selski will retreat into the neutral. Zach By ahead to Autry. Autry shooting, rebound, and he's just not there in time for the rebound. Some pushing and shoving. Quickly dissipates as nobody wants to take a a bad penalty and miss their next game. But down in the Andover end, Huskies will wrap it all the way around, stopped along the boards by Carson Ritchie. And now here's a chance for White Bear to set up once again. 1:03 to go on the power play. It's a shot by Olson. That goes wide. He had Cruitt screened. And shot just a bit outside. Now Ritchie into the middle. Back to Olson at the top. He tries another long shot. Goes off a shin pad. Boomer DeMars wraps it around. Into the blue line. And down to the half wall. The centering pass in front. Cruitt didn't know where it was. It's still loose and it's swept away. Oh. The Bears again coming so close. Boomer DeMars in the middle. He shoots and a blocker saved by Cruitt. Maverick Timmons tried to cut across the offensive zone. It's poked away by Fitzhenry. We were back to 5-on-5 hockey. 5:55 to go in the second period. The White Bear Lake Bears unable to take advantage of back-to-back power plays. Face-off down, Teddy St. Martin very nearly winning the draw to himself. But unable to get a shot away. It'll be Andover in transition. Long shot, blocker saved by Helmberger. Now behind, Ryan Marquardt. Eventually Gavin Veneruzzo clears. Marquardt and Veneruzzo, the D pairing for the Bears. Trying to muscle the puck out was Marquardt. It eventually comes into the neutral zone. It'll bobble all the way down. It's on net, so Cruitt will have to stop it and play it. Sends a flying saucer to the red line. Ben Hartman knocked over by a Bear. And Andover will dump it in, chewing away at the clock. A long pass stopped by Foy. Foy working his way up ice. Now Lalonde. Lalonde pushes it ahead. Gives Andover's Dylan Larson how do you do on the way out. The blue line taken away by White Bear Lake's Tyler Lalonde. Skating ahead, a 2-on-2 chance for Andover. A stick thrown in front by White Bear Lake's Zach By. Selski's pass tipped up into the glass, now taken by Autry. Autry cutting all the way across the Andover zone. Autry on his backhand slides it across. Nobody home. Intercepted and sent right back into the neutral zone. Nate Selski goes around a Husky. Chips it in. Autry. He's got Maverick Timmons in the middle. A stick lift eliminates Timmons from the play. Excuse me. Out of the line. Here's a long shot through traffic. Stopped by Cruitt. Knocked away by Andover. The Huskies doing an exemplary job of clearing these rebounds. A long pass will be offsides before it could be icing. Face-off down just outside the White Bear leg zone. Into the middle, whipped back down deep by Keaton Coe. Puck will go all the way around. Pinned up along the boards, fished out by Coe. Coe tries a backhand saucer pass. It's knocked away by Helmberger. Fitzhenry drops it down, trying to start the cycle. Eventually the puck comes to Ryland DeMars. He sends it ahead, trying to get it to Matthias. Puck getting lost in the referee skates. Boomer DeMars to Ryland DeMars. Ryland DeMars shooting from the dot. That goes wide. Matthias, another fortunate bounce for the Bears. Shooting, rebound for Cruitt. Ryland DeMars unable to get to it. Olsen holds it in at the blue line. He shoots too high and wide. Bobbling in front. Nobody can get a stick on it. Now Matthias sends it to Olsen. He tried to catch it on his backhand, and the puck wobbles into the neutral zone. Olsen will skate it ahead. Hammers the puck towards the boards where there wasn't a Husky. Skating ahead, Marquardt. He tries something. The puck goes behind the net. Coe picked off by Marquardt, sweeps it towards the net, stopped by Cruitt. Maverick Timmons gathers it up on the backhand. Can't hold the zone. It's Nolan Fitzhenry. Fitzhenry sends it forward. Andover will go for a wholesale line change. Fitzhenry started the scoring in the second period. This period, about 10 minutes ago with 11:02 to play. 37 seconds later, Dylan Larson made the score 2-0 Andover, and White Bear Lake has been fighting for its life ever since. Timmons to the line. Teddy St. Martin back to Timmons, back to St. Martin. St. Martin shoots, goes off a pad. Now Timmons. Timmons rotates out to Olsen. Olsen back to Timmons. Timmons to Olsen at the top. Olsen slides it over to Veneruzzo. Veneruzzo back to Olsen. Olsen, bit of an awkward one-timer. Doesn't get anything on it. St. Martin to Veneruzzo. Veneruzzo walks it in, tries a shot. That trickles wide. Olsen can't hang on to it. Dorstead, he's got Hartman in the middle. Dorstead shooting. Rebound! Oh, so close was Ben Hartman to adding to the Andover lead. DeMars backhands it ahead. Olsen one-hands it through the neutral zone. Final minute of play here in the second period. And the Huskies at the top of the circle, poked away by Olsen. Players go down in a pile. Backhanded in front. Now behind the net. Reimer on the backhand. Walks it all the way around. Final 20 seconds to go in the period. It's a long shot. Helmberger didn't see it until the very last minute. Managed to get a glove on it. Puck takes a weird bounce off the glass, and it turns into an offensive chance for Andover. So with 2 seconds left, Andover will take an offensive zone faceoff. And Andover is going to pull its netminder, banking on White Bear Lake not being able to win the draw and shoot it fast enough to score. So they'll take the extra attacker and they'll load up the off wing. Everybody shouting directions. The final 2 ticks roll off the clock, and through 2 periods, White Bear Lake trails Andover 2-0. Nolan Fitzhenry and Dylan Larson, the difference so far. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 60 seconds with period number 3. Welcome back, folks. Third period underway. 15 minutes on the board. 15 minutes from glory are the Andover Huskies. And a spot in the semifinals of the 2022 battle for the Blue Ox. The winner of this game gets the winner of Rogers and Wyzetta. It should be a spirited affair over on the Shields rink, should Rogers and Wyzetta be. A shot from the blue line that trickles wide. And a pass out front. It's a long pass. It's picked off by Andover. Dump in attempt for White Bears. Shooting. Big save. Cash Cruitt has stood tall thus far. Face off in the Andover zone to the left of Cash Cruitt. Puck is down, scooped up by the Huskies. They'll carry it out. 2-0 lead for Andover. This puck sent ahead. Toe save by Helmberger. Working his way into the Andover zone is Ryland DeMars. Ryland DeMars helped spark the comeback last night when White Bear was down 4-1 to Hermantown. DeMars scored twice in the third period. Helped the Bears total 4. Capture that game 5-4. And the shot attempt goes off a skate. And slides through the zone. Bears getting some good offensive zone time here early in the third period. Now taken by Zach By. By dumps it in. It's wrapped around by Kyle Leopold. Tanner Olson to the blue line. And for the second time today, Tanner Olson with a head of steam is offsides. Up down to the red line to the blue line. Andover will enter the zone. Chasing after, it's Keaton Coe. Coe in the middle. Helmberger, a big save. It's still loose. Coe kicks it to himself. Still loose. Is it across the line? No, it's not across the line. No goal. And White Bear Lake averts disaster. The Andover lead still 2-0, but for the moment, the Bears still in the fight. Gathered up, pushed ahead. Here comes White Bear Lake. Kylan Road chasing it down. Can't hold his own. Tanner Olson to the red line. Dumps it in. Big collision between Kylan Road and Keaton Coe. And DeMars bumps a player out of the way. A long shot, loose in front. Everybody battling for it. Olson winds and fires. Goes off the skate of Andover's Colin Gravink. And once again, a blocked shot. Keeping Andover's lead pristine at 2-0. Now Andover's got a chance if they hurry. An odd man rush at the dot. Shooting too wide. And offsides. On the face-off at center ice. Went down. And over is Chase Nadeau, dumps it in. So the puck comes back to Nadeau. He sends it off the boards. Everybody hacking and whacking at it. It's turned back up ice by Autry. Autry in the middle for Timmins. Timmins can't convert on the move. A one-on-one try. A bouncing puck evades a Husky stick, so Autry will try this again, almost in the exact same place. A one-time shot. Cruitt steers it away. 10:25 to go in regulation. Bear Lake D to D. Be no ice. Goes off a stick. Timmins applying the primary pressure for White Bear Lake. Tyler Lalonde, here's a rebound, in front, they score! Cam Autry, finally, White Bear Lake gathers up a rebound. Almost 2.5 periods into the game, a Bear gathers a rebound and scores. The Andover lead has been cut to 2-1. And now a tale of two teams. Let's see if White Bear Lake can recreate yesterday's magic when they scored 4 times in the last 12 minutes to pull off the come from behind win over Hermantown. And on the other side, let's see if Andover can hold off the Bears just like they did the Jefferson Jags last night. I believe the call will read Autry from Timmins. The words of Brad Soderberg getting lost in the speaker system here at the Cullen Hockey Center. It's a long shot. Jeez. Riley Helmberger rolled up over his stick a little bit. Thankfully for the Bears, it trickles wide. Here's a long pass. That won't hit anybody's stick. With 9:08 to go in the third period, the Bears are within 1. As previously stated, the winner of this game will face Rogers or Wayzata tonight. The key here will be getting back to the hotel, getting some fluids, maybe grabbing a nap, get some carbs, some white rice, maybe a little bit of sugar. Come back ready to play tonight. And yes, those semifinals will be broadcast on the Youth Hockey Hub. We've got an offsides. I feel like we've gone offsides a lot today. Maverick Timmins and Ben Hartman taking the draw for White Bear and Andover respectively. Tanner Olson muscles it ahead for White Bear. It's gathered up by Leopold. Leopold off the wall. Hartman dumps it in. Excuse me, not Leopold, Johansson. Working their way out of the zone. Timmins. Got it to Kylan Road. Road couldn't get it any further ahead, so Cade Dorstead will dump it in for Andover. Hartman into the middle. Trying to get it to Larson. Larson had the second goal for Andover, and right now that's the big one. Rode tries to dance his way around a defender. He gets stood up and knocked over. Timmons in front, shooting, it's wide. Calling for the puck is Tyler Lalonde. There's a shot by Ryland DeMars. That goes too high. DeMars waiting at the opposing blue line for a pass. He waits too long to push it over, and Foy gets in the way for Andover. Dylan Larson very nearly hit Foy on a breakout. Could have sprung Chase Foy if he'd been able to catch the pass. And Fitzhenry down below the goal line on the backhand, in front, centering, loose. Covered and held onto by Riley Helmberger. It's a long shot from the point. Rebound in front, they score! Nolan Fitzhenry grabs the rebound and beats Helmberger. The lead for Andover is back to 2 at 3. Pass over the red line, and the Bears, can they answer again? We'll find out. Selski can't hold it in along the boards. Here's a chance for Andover, a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Foy slides it over. Here's a chance at the backhand. They score! What a beautiful goal! And Peterson converts on the backhand. Andover leads 4-1. Pete Renzel of Bell Bank Mortgage. And of course, how could I forget Joe Mama's salsa, manufactured, bottled, and shipped from River Falls, Wisconsin, the official salsa of hockey. My personal favorite being the smoking hot ghost pepper salsa. Use it as a dip for chips. Put it on a burrito. Maybe cover your eggs with it. Can't go wrong with Joe Mama's. 6:30 to go in regulation. Bears are going to need all 6 minutes and 30 seconds if they have a hope of coming back against Andover. Andover leading 4-1. And another chance for Andover almost right away. The puck dribbles off the stick of Keaton Coe. He will dump it in. But Fitzhenry scores on a rebound. And then a short while later, Brody Peterson converts on a Beautiful play by Chase Foy. Well, the Andover lead, which once seemed in peril after the Bears scored and seemed to have possession, is now 4-1. 3 goals, a lot harder than 1 to come up with, especially with so little time. Maverick Timmons will do his darndest to put the Bears back in this game, but he can't get the puck over to Tyler Lalonde. So the Bears now unable to get anything done in transition. There's a shot for Andover, goes too high. It's Dylan Larson. Larson has a goal today. Muscle the head, now poked, it's loose, covered and held onto. And the player playing with a broken stick. When I played, that was a penalty, but the Andover player will be allowed to carry the broken stick off the ice, so no power play opportunity coming for White Bear Lake. Just under 5 minutes to play in regulation. Huskies up by 3, but still feel like they're desperately hanging on. A long pass for White Bear. It finds the glove of an Andover defender, and the puck comes to Rode. Rode has it poked away. Selski throws it over to Bai. Bai chips it ahead, and it's just out of the reach of Rode. Andover will carry it out. It's Jack Murphy. Murphy across the blue line. Can't get a shot off, but ends up getting it below the White Bear Lake goal line, so even more time will come off the clock, but here's a chance for White Bear Lake. Matthias can't get the backhand pass over. Into the neutral zone. Tanner Olson. No panic from the Bears. Not just yet. Looks like that'll be icing on White Bear Lake. Maverick Timmons pushing ahead for the Bears. He goes down. And we'll see at what point do the Bears pull the goaltender, or do they down by 3? I feel like you got to take one more whack at it. Kyle Leopold tried to whack the puck into the boards on the opposite side and ends up sending it into the Andover bench. Boomer DeMars will take the face-off for the Bears. He's got Marcus Matthias behind him and Maverick Timmons on the right. DeMars loses the draw. And it's held in at the blue line. Well, held in only for a second. Here's go D to D. The puck goes under the skates of Matthias. Andover player bumping into the referee. Manages to rainbow the puck into the neutral zone. There's Matthias. Matthias slides it ahead for DeMars. It's behind DeMars. He can't get a stick on it. Nolan Fitzhenry. He'll go off for a change. He had the puck for a second, and it was chipped in even deeper by Chase Foy. Foy creating all sorts of chaos in the White Bear Lake zone. Helmberger forced to cover and freeze. 2:33 to go in regulation. The Andover leads still 4-1. Foy takes the draw, and Ryland DeMars wins it. The puck comes out into the Neutral zone, send ahead, offsides. We'll line it up and do this all again. Another chance for Andover on the backhand. A slick glove save by Helmberger. Andover's Brody Peters said he scored on the backhand earlier and he wanted another one right there. Helmberger scoops it. Wouldn't be surprised if that kid plays shortstop or the hot corner third base. Off the wall through the neutral zone. Getting back there is Kyle Leopold. He puts on the brakes, spins away from St. Martin. He waits, tries the same move and ends up taking out St. Martin with him. So the clock continues to run. A centering pass comes through. Here's a shot. Too high and goes off an Andover stick and over the net. It doesn't look like the Bears will be pulling their netminder, looking to save a little face. No icing, 1:30 to play in the third period, so it looks like Andover will take on a Wayzata or Rogers in the next round. The Royals and the Trojans looks like they've begun play on the other side of the ice. Other side of the arena. They're on the Shields rink. The shot by Kylan Rode goes wide. It's in front. Nobody can get a stick on it. I feel like I've said that a lot today about White Bear. Through the middle, no one can get a stick on it. In transition, no one can get a stick on it. The Bears will face, I believe, the loser of Wayzata Rogers. Still with something to play for. 37 seconds left. Icing called. Fitzhenry chips the puck out of the zone, so Fitzhenry's rebound goal, Brody Peterson's backhander, Dylan Larson. And Fitzhenry started all of the scoring back in the second period. Nolan Fitzhenry leads Andover to victory with 2 goals. Cam Autry, the lone goal of the game for White Bear Lake, 6-5. And that'll do it. That's a final. Andover advances to tonight's semifinals for White Bear Lake. Congratulations to the Huskies. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming on this journey with us. We've got another game going on YHH right now. Rogers and Wayzata, our final quarterfinal. Make sure to check back tonight for the semifinals. The link is on Twitter. The link is also on the Youth Hockey Hub homepage. That's youthhockeyhub.com. Once again, thank you. This is Peter Rodney signing off from the Cullen Hockey Center. We'll see you tonight.